Monday morning, everybody. Paperboy Trucker back on the road. Actually, I was back on the road yesterday, but I didn't record anything yesterday. So I've got this load to refresh your memory. Load of steel bar I picked up Thursday afternoon late in Fort Smith, and got home Friday morning pretty early. You know, I was probably home by 9 o'clock or something like that, and then left out Sunday. I think I left my house Sunday maybe around 9:30, something like that. I could have left a little later, but you know, the weather forecast was pretty gloomy for over in this area, so left a little earlier than I would have. My delivery appointment originally on this order was for 8:30 a.m. Eastern time here in Georgetown, Kentucky, where I'm about 35 miles from there. But they changed the appointment to 10:30. It's about 9:15 now. I got about 40 minutes to go. As you can see, it snowed a lot here, but the roads are okay. Been very messy. You go through a lot of windshield wiper fluid in this kind of driving. But I made it to, I was on the Western Kentucky Parkway, stopped at a place called the Western Kentucky Truck Stop last night. Never stopped there before. And that was fine. And I didn't have any trouble yesterday getting there. You know, roads were fine, didn't run into any snow. But this morning when I woke up, there was about, I'd say 3/4 of an inch of snow that had fallen while I was sleeping. Windshield was covered, you know, very dry snow. And actually, you know, the roads were the worst this morning for the first hour I was driving, you know. But they had the snow plows out working, and it wasn't real bad. Then it kind of cleared up, you know, got a lot better. I don't know, kind of weird. I thought it was going to be worse the closer I got to Georgetown, but that's not the case so far. But as you can see, they've had some snow. I did run into another Maverick driver last night when I pulled into that truck stop. He was already there and parked, and then when I pulled in, he noticed me, another Maverick truck, so he came over while I was out with my flashlight, kind of going around doing an inspection. And I'm sorry, I forget his name. The young fella said he'd only been out solo for about 6 weeks, I think he said. He's from DeQueen, Arkansas, which is southwest Arkansas, down around where the Falk Monster is. Oh, but good guy. Now his appointment is at 11 o'clock, I think, so I may run into him up here at Georgetown. I hope so. I'd like to talk to him on camera. He said his father had been a truck driver for Maverick in the past, and when he decided to become a truck driver, he asked his dad, you know, how should he get started, and he said, go to Maverick, you know, they'll train you well. So that was cool to hear. All right, well, I'll show you some more when I get to Georgetown. Okay, everybody, I'm about a little over a mile from my customer, International Crankshaft, here in Georgetown, Kentucky. And I just want to say I appreciate the highway department, or whatever it's called up here in this area, because they have done a great job of clearing off the roads. I've seen probably a dozen or more, you know, trucks equipped with well, here's one on the left coming at me They got the snow plow on the front, and then they got those big hoppers on the back throwing out salt. I've seen a lot of those. Makes a huge difference. Because down in Arkansas, we just don't have that much equipment like that. So when we get these big snow and ice storms, we just don't do a very good job of clearing off the roads. So there's another one there. So, okay. We are going to take a left here on Lemons Mill Road. And we're going to go up and crest this hill and take a left on Carly Drive. And the address to this place is, I think, 101 Carly Court. We're going to take a left here on Carly Drive. And if you drive from Maverick, you're probably going to come here. I come here a lot. This is probably the place I've been to more than any other. I mean, we basically haul a steady stream of product here. Now my paperwork says that I'm going to be delivering into door 41. There's like 4 different doors here that you might deliver to. 41 is like the farthest one over here. And I think it's the one that's just to my right here. You can't see it because it's blocked by this stuff. But looks like there's a truck backed in front of the door right now, waiting to back in. So what you're supposed to do when you get here is you turn in, come down to the end of their property, and you turn into this lot here. There's a sign right here saying truck staging. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to kind of pull up here. Yeah, this is door 41. Straight ahead, you can see this Maverick truck. He's about to back into 41. So I'm gonna get out, get my hard hat and all on, and get untarped, get my chains off, and I'll be next. Okay guys, I've got a few minutes. I'm going in that door right there, door 41. I've got a few minutes to spare here, but I ran into another Maverick driver, Andrew. In fact, he's the one I mentioned earlier in the video that I ran into last night at the truck stop. But he beat me here today, even though his appointment is after mine. He was the first Maverick driver here, and he's already gotten unloaded. So kudos to you, Andrew. But Andrew, you said you were from DeQueen, Arkansas.
Yes.
And you've been out on your own about 6 weeks?
This is my 6th week.
All right, so that's great. I enjoy getting to talk to fresh drivers, get your perspective. Because, you know, it's been almost 3 years since I went through the training program. Now, did you get your CDL through the Maverick Driving Academy, or did you get it some other way?
So I went through the Maverick Academy. They did send me to Newport College to get my actual CDL, which was awesome. That was a good experience.
I've heard that was a good program.
You get lots and lots of drive time when you go to Newport. A lot more than you do at the MDA. So you get a lot more at...
But they work with... That's a division of Arkansas State University, isn't it?
Yes,
okay,
it is.
Kind of like a... just a community college branch of Arkansas State University.
Yep. And you don't have the automatic restriction or the manual restriction on your driver's license when you do it at the Newport. So I can actually drive a manual.
Okay, that's cool. And you were telling me that you had worked in a factory before.
Yes, I worked with chickens and hatcheries. I worked there for 16 years.
A lot of that in Arkansas.
Yes, there's a lot of that in Arkansas, and let me tell you, that gets old real fast. I got kind of burned out on it, and started talking to my dad a little bit, who I need to talk to, and he referred me to Kevin Wade, and Kevin Wade
at the Maverick training.
Yep, at the training.
Yeah, I know. Yep. I remember Kevin.
And he convinced me. He said, well, he told me a little bit about it, and I said, well, I think I'm gonna make the change. So I saved up some money, and before I quit my job, and then put in my 2 weeks and started with Maverick. And the training was awesome. It's the best training I've ever gotten for a job. I mean, super thorough, super strict, on point is all I can say.
Yeah.
It's on point.
It is a good training program. Now, you were telling me though that your dad at some point had driven for Maverick.
Yes, he driven for Maverick about 11 or 12 years ago.
Okay.
And that's how he referred me over to
you said, Dad, I want to get into trucking. I'm tired of doing this chicken plant thing.
Yes, I am.
And what should I do? And he suggested Maverick.
Maverick, he said, it's the top. You ain't gonna get better training with Maverick. He goes,
awesome,
they're top of the line. He ain't kidding.
Morning.
It was.
You need us to move?
Yes, sir. I'm into that,
okay, I gotta go there. Okay, I'll be out of here in a minute.
Okay.
Thanks. Sure. We got some of these big van trucks needing to back in over there. So, well, that's awesome. And you were saying you enjoy it so far. I mean, you like it?
Used to when Mondays or Sunday night came around, I was thinking, oh my God, I gotta go to work. I hate my job. And now I'm like, all right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go to my job now.
So you're looking. That's cool.
It's not a bad thing to come to work. It's actually fun.
That's great to hear. All right.
It's the first job I ever had. I actually enjoyed coming to work.
Awesome. That's cool. Well, thanks for taking a couple minutes to talk to me. My hand's frozen to the camera, I think, so you may have to help me pry it off. But looks like we better get moving here. So we'll probably end up at the same place for our next order. Chances are, so maybe I'll see you again.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Okay, guys, so we're getting unloaded. My friendly unloader over here, Brian, said I could film this. Now, when you deliver to this place, they expect you to get up on the trailer and help them by putting the chains around the product. A lot of places don't want you on the trailer doing any help, but this place does. So here's what we got. It'll just be 2 lifts, because they did these 2 and then they'll do those 2. They've already sent me a pre-plan going to Gent, Kentucky, picking up a load that delivers in Norcross, Georgia. So that'll be a little different. I don't know if it's a live load or a preload, but it's steel bars, which I don't usually, well, it says steel bars. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't know that I've really picked up steel bars at Gent before. So that's how it works. You know, backed in right there. I left my 2 belly wraps on until I got backed in, and then took them off. All I got to do now is put my 4 timbers up, and I'll be out of here. All right, more down the road.